Good morning. It is day one of this, day one. So I thought I would jump on and talk about 8 lessons from last lockdown. Simply because when you look back at lockdown 1, afterwards, a lot of people actually went, you know what, there was actually quite a lot of good things about that. I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Yet when this one happened, and I get it, there's a lot of negatives around this. Hey Marie, a lot of us just went in straight to that mindset of what we can't have. So we went straight to, I can't go to the gym, I can't go to the coffee shop, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, can't see friends, can't do this. And there's a lot of can'ts, of course, but when your brain is focused on that, when you say we go into that kind of victim mode, we get the feeling that we're trying to create. We're focused on what we can't have, and we focus on the feeling we don't want. Hey Ali. So when you switch this to focus on what you can do, all of a sudden you can get a different perspective on this. And I'm saying this because when you think about it, when I think back, there was a lot of things I didn't do during lockdown 1 that I wish I did now. And I would say I dwelled on, we can dwell on like self-soothing thoughts, behaviors, whether that's snacking, morning Julia, snacking, whether that's wasting energy, complaining, debating about whether, mask should be there or there, Boris. The more you focus on stuff like that, the less energy you're going to actually have for you. And this is about taking control of what you can control, which is your perception of the situation. Because your perception of the situation is pretty much going to be the difference between happiness and not. Because a situation is just a situation, an obstacle is an obstacle, an event is an event. And that kind of goes in a timeline. So you have an obstacle, your perception of the obstacle impacts your behavior, and your decisions impact your life, because your decisions are essentially votes to the person you want to become. I'll repeat that. Your decisions that you make today are essentially a vote, like they're doing in the US at the moment, to the person you want to become. But you're doing this in a way that you're 100% in control. In an election, you vote, but the outcome is kind of out of your control. Here, you're voting for who you want to be today. You. So, given that, what are you going to vote for today? And I'm bringing this up, and I'm going to go into my 8 things that I learned in last lockdown, because this allows me to be grateful in advance rather than wait till the end of lockdown when I'm like, oh, I wish I did this. Hey, Linda, I wish I did that. I wish I did this. Because ultimately, how you respond to these situations would impact others. Those around you, loved ones, maybe not friends during this, but could do, because you're going to probably be chatting to them still, even if it is on Zoom. Or outside for your walk, because you can still do that, right? We haven't talked about that. We can exercise outside all we want. We can walk all day if you want to. No one really talks about that. I can even do outside one-to-one personal training. Like, I feel very lucky that I'm able to do it. I feel very lucky that I'm able to actually provide the exact same sessions, if not more, virtually, that we would do in the sessions. In fact, some of the ladies will do more sessions during this month, I can guarantee it. They'll be fitter, stronger, and healthier from it. And whether we like it or not, we are a role model. Whether we like it or not, we are a role model to others, friends, family. They'll look at what we do, and people can be inspired or not by it. Whether we like it or not. Hey, Ella. So, 8 lessons. Because it then comes down to what role model you want to become. You're committed to being. 8 lessons from lockdown. Number 1 was, I used to waste so much time nipping to the shops. Now, obviously in lockdown 1, we were more encouraged not to go to the shops. But this habit, so we got into the stage of actually planning so much better. Now this has crept slightly, we're still a lot better than pre-lockdown 1, into going to the shops a bit more often. Into walking through the high street and just going, yeah, I could do with that. Walking past it, yeah, I could do with that. I've crept back in. So actually, I'm going to have more time because of this. Because I won't be nipping to the shop as much. I'll just go, we'll get a shop done, and that's done. Deal with what we have. Number 2 was during lockdown 1, I didn't do as much as I'd like to do. But my important thing is that's okay, because sometimes you're judging what you did on someone else's expectations and not on the fact that sometimes you might just value something else more than the thing you thought you should have done. So I wish I'd have done more meditation, wish I'd done more yoga, wish I'd have read that book that I still haven't blooming read. However, other things were more important to me, like our program, our workouts, our habit challenge, which starts Monday, by the way. Let me know if you want in on that. A habit a day. Planning these things. But I've got to remember that these are actually important to me. That's why my time goes there. Because if it's not important to you, you'll put it off. Remember that. You'll put it off, you'll put it off, you'll put it off. If you needed to do it, you would have done it. And that's the truth. Hey, Cheryl. Number 3. Simple things entertain kids. That's what I learned. Pots, pans, washing up, throwing them in the air and doing a workout was literally one of the highlights. Getting them on a little mat and just sliding them along through the corridor. Simple things. And my point in this is I get to actually spend more time with family, with loved ones, who maybe we didn't get to do that, have more meals together. Number 4, people can be motivated exercising from home. That was one of the lessons I learned. And actually, I'll go as far as saying they've benefited from it, to the extent where some of the ladies have actually not come back to sessions. Now, that's not for everyone. Hey, Marilyn. But some of the ladies have just kept to our home program and said, why would I come in when I can do everything from home conveniently? Now, that's not for everyone. There's a social element, but even some of the ladies who do the online, all from home anyway, say, I still feel a part of a group because of the coffee mornings that I attend, because of the Q&As that I attend, because of the sessions where you're saying my name and I'm like, bloody hell. And the thing is with that, is you get out what you put into it. You can say, I can't go to the sessions anymore, but we can. It's just different. We can still do it if we really wanted to. And like the research shows, in all lifestyle changes, in all habit programs, in all successful weight loss maintenance programs, the more someone shows up, the more someone attends, the more someone asks questions, the more one-to-one someone asks for, the more help someone asks for, the better results they get. Whether they do a keto diet, an Atkins diet, a vegan diet, a low-carb diet, a high-protein diet, to an extent that's still relevant, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of nutrition talks, and I go through that a lot. I could talk all day about it, but when you think about it, if we just did what we already knew now, if you just did what you already knew now, consistently, you would be a completely different person in a year's time. And that's true. We can't really get away from that. And that's also exciting when you consider how short a year is. Think how quick 2020's gone. Imagine right now, you make a decision, you put your dressing gown on, and you make a decision. I've got my dressing gown here. Maybe you should put it on. Why am I even changed? I've got to drop the kids off the nursery. We put our dressing gowns on and we say, I'm going to commit to doing what I said I would do this month. So that when I look back in January 2021, 2 months' time, I can say, wow, I'm proud and I feel a sense of achievement of what I've achieved in November and December in 2020. Or, because the alternative is what? The alternative is we join everyone else and just say, 2020 is rubbish, let's just write off 2 months. And you got to remember that we say that 2 months or a year is a long time sometimes to transform ourselves, but we're willing to write off 2 months of a year, just like that. So just consider that, okay? And the thing is, I've had great feedback from some of the sessions from home. I'll read some out. Hannah said, I'm so grateful for the workouts, Matt, and the discipline keeping up the morning routine. Yes, I miss it, but I actually feel in control. And I'll be perfectly honest, this lockdown too has been such a smooth transition because we haven't had to really change anything. We all do them online anyway. I feel amazing. I'm so grateful for this community, grateful for your insight and inspiration. This was Jane. Making yourself accountable and planning workouts daily, I feel great. Workouts keep me sane. Workout done. We'll do the workout at lunchtime. Did my first 15-minute jog this morning. This is Fiona. With 2 1-minute breaks. First time I've run in about 2 decades. Would she have done that without lockdown? I'm not sure. Interesting. Hey, Kim. Number 5 was I can't draw. I cannot draw. Yeah, and there'll be many more opportunities to draw. I might share some of my drawings. Most of you know from my writing, when I write workouts out and stuff like that, that it's horrendous. So I write things down in our 28-day workbooks. And it's like, Matt, you sent me the workbook, but I can't read your writing, so I have to just type up the tasks. Anyway, there you go. Grateful for technology. Number 6, resilience. I'll be honest, when lockdown 1 happened, it was like, crap, what the hell do I do? But this time, I'll be honest, last time it did hit the panic button a little bit. But the thing is, you can't help stressed people by being stressed yourself. So if there's a loved one close to you who's quite stressed about the situation, if you join in with that, are you going to help them? Probably not. And one thing that will impact your perception, like I said at the start, your perception on whether you get results or not, whether you help someone or not, is linked to your energy. And with your energy, you have to make sure that you're protecting that, whether that's sleep, and I'm guilty of this too. My sleep over the last week, pretty poor. However, I'm now in a position where we're all organised and ready. Now I'm into my routine. Sometimes you have got to, commit a little bit and get a bit uncomfortable, but protect your energy. Sleep. Have I slept to create energy? Have I done exercise, moved? It's the fastest way to change the way you feel. Guarantee it. It's the most natural way to get endorphins flooding into your brain. Yes, it seems great to take a vitamin C and vitamin D, and they're great. They are. But moving, that sense of achievement, flooding your brain with nutrients, you can't really beat that. Hey, Yvonne. And the thing is, this time, you could argue that there's even more of an inconvenience going to lockdown. Because yesterday, you couldn't write this. Yesterday, the day before, the health and fitness industry has to shut down inside sessions. We can still do one-to-one outside, by the way. And I am doing this for a limited number of people. Yesterday, we got the keys to our brand new private studio in Devizes. The day before, it has to shut. Which is, you couldn't write that, could you? A year of struggles, trying to get it done, talks, this was an issue, this was an issue, that was an issue. Finally got through the day before. You couldn't write it. But guess what? The opportunity is, it's going to be looking amazing by the time we actually open now. It gives us time to make sure we do it properly. It gives us time. It gives some of the ladies time who are unsure about coming to a session right now, whether that's because they're a bit unsure about the situation, whether they feel safe or not, even though gyms have been shown to be very safe with the research they've done by UK Active. But still, that doesn't come away from how someone feels. And the cool thing about this, the really cool thing about this is a lot of the ladies who are maybe unsure have actually joined in our 28-day habit kickstart, which starts Monday, where they can exercise from home, have some one-to-ones with me, get a handle on their snacking, their comfort eating, their exercise habits, their motivation, and maybe they'll feel more confident to come in a month's time and meet new people. They might even meet new people this month. There's so many events we've got on, including Saturday morning, which is a 2-hour session, 2-hour event, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation. We've got nutrition talks, we've got prizes, we've got bar, Pilates. A morning, it's like a spa morning-ish. Dressing gowns encouraged. So, I think we're nearly there. Number 7 was Devizes opening up. It gives us a month. Number 8, last and not least, all you need really is a towel to work out. You'll be surprised at just how much you can work out with a towel. And actually, a lot of the ladies with shoulder issues, back issues, posture issues, found the towel to be really good because you can move your shoulders in certain positions, crack the walnut in between your shoulder blades, posture, shoulders back, half the battle, neck issues, back issues going. It's also very low impact. So you don't need to be jumping around going crazy and thinking, oh, I can't do that, can't do this, can't do this. It's actually, okay, when we do that, Karen, and your injury is there, we can adapt it to the here. Let's go over it so that you know what you're doing and you feel confident that you're doing it safely and effectively, rather than just following a random video online where someone's jumping around going, yeah, these are push-ups, because there's actually 5 ways to do a push-up, 10 ways to do a squat, many, many different ways. The key is finding your way. The right pace is always your pace. So that is my 8. I'd love to hear yours. What are your lessons from lockdown 1 that you can write down now? That will give you a bit of gratitude in advance, so you're grateful in advance of the situation. That might just change your mindset. Let me know them. Comment below. I'd love to hear them. Anyway, our 28-day habit fix challenge starts on Monday. If you want more information on that, let me know. Ali says, love the towel and the yoga belt. Yeah, really simple. Cool. I am off to do my final hurdle before nursery drop off this morning is getting the tights or leggings, whatever you call them, I should know, on the youngest. That's the next battle. Wish me luck. I'll leave you now. Any questions, let me know, and take care. Speak soon.